all of a sudden, that place of brokenness, it tugs at your heart. Can I really do this? Am I really who God says I am? I don't feel it. I feel small. I can honestly stand here as a man and tell you, one of the greatest fears in a man's heart is, maybe I don't quite measure up. There's a thing that tries to rob you of your self-assuredness. And so God says to Joshua, be strong. And God is saying to you today, men, be strong. Be courageous. As I speak these words, I speak them into your soul as a ministry. Be strong. Be courageous. On Father's Day 2019, be strong. Be courageous. There's a job to be done. There's a planet to conquer. I thank God for what my brother said earlier on. There's a lot of young guys I see in this church. There's a woman to propose to. In a church like this, there should be loads of marriages. Alright, get a vision. Let God give you a vision for like that. Ask her out. Don't take it to McDonald's. If you need to save up, save up. Take it somewhere nicer than McDonald's. So the girls who propose, there's a girl's heart to win. There's a job to be done. And this was the case with Joshua in the Bible. Because he was going to lead these people. You know, let me say to you, God trusts you. Someone said they were speaking to an atheist. And the atheist said to them, well, I don't believe in God. And the person said to the atheist, well, God believes in you. He said, yeah, but I don't believe in God. Yes, but God believes in you. So, oh, I don't think I can do it. I don't really. Yeah, but God trusts you. You know, I heard something as I've never forgotten it. Somebody said that if God says you can, and you say I can't, one of you is lying. God says you can. You say I can't. One of you is lying. Let me see. Who do I choose? God trusts you. God trusts you more than you trust yourself. Amen. And so here we have this young man. And he is being given a job. This young man called Joshua. The Bible makes it clear in the scriptures that he was a young man. being given a job. Okay, so Moses was 120 years old when Moses died. It's easy to be led by someone who's much older than you. It's easy to be led by someone who's had the experience of leading people through the Red Sea and communicating with God face to face, going up to the mountains and all of that. And he's older, he's 120 years old. But all of a sudden, the job of carrying these people into the promised land is all of a sudden going to rest squarely on the shoulders of a much younger man. And God takes this awesome, amazing responsibility and places it on Joshua's shoulders. And God says, you are going to lead these people into the promised land. And you know, when you read the Bible, a proper reading of the Bible and the Old Testament, you begin to find that God's whole plan, when you understand the Bible, when you understand the books of the Old Testament, you'll find that God's entire plan, from the first book of the Old Testament to the last book of the Old Testament, it's all about Jesus Christ. And so in Genesis, for instance, he's the seed of the woman that will crush the head of the serpent. And in Exodus, he's the Passover lamb. And in Leviticus, he's the high priest. And so on and so on. And you can trace every book of the Old Testament and you'll see Jesus Christ in it. And so when Joshua is taking these people into the promised land, it's not a luxury trip. It's not, oh, I don't have anything better to do. You know what I'll do? Let's go to the promised land. No. It's about Jesus Christ. You see, because God is trying to create this nation called Israel, from which he's going to bring his Messiah. God is trying to create these people who are set apart with all these laws given on Mount Sinai to Moses. And they're going to go into this land of their own where they flourish. And in this land of their own, they're going to go forward and eventually have a king called David who will produce a son called Solomon, and down and down and down. And the Messiah is going to come in the New Testament. And so Joshua's mission was truly a God mission. Joshua's mission truly mattered. Joshua, you would not be wrong. You would not be wrong if you said that Joshua's mission into the promised land was an evangelistic mission. You would not be wrong. Because God had Jesus Reign's ministries in mind in putting Joshua into the promised land. It may not look like it, but there needed to be a nation of Israel. There needed to be a Messiah who would come forth and one day would come and die for the sins of the world. So this mission had meaning. And God takes it and he places it on this young man's shoulders. But God recognizes the damage, the brokenness that humanity inherited from Adam. And God says, you know what? I'm going to speak into that brokenness. I'm not going to leave you on your own, Joshua. I'm going to give you these words, Joshua. I'm going to say to you, be strong. Be courageous. Do it on purpose. So when you don't feel courageous, be courageous anyway. When you don't feel strong, be strong anyway. Why? For the Lord your God is with you wheresoever you go. Amen. You know, I've jumped into this word from all sorts of angles. Because there's just so much I can say. I'm not bothered really consulting my notes so much because the message is here. The world needs you. Adam started hiding in the garden from God, and God said, "Where are you?" I'll give you another quote. Someone said, when God asks you a question, it's not because he wants an answer. What question will God ask you that you're going to suddenly inform God about something he doesn't know? Adam, where are you? Oh, I'm in the bathroom. Okay, sorry, I couldn't find you. The Bible says God knows where can I go from his spirit. He knows where you are. God knew where Adam was. He knew Adam was hiding behind that tree over there. So the question was not for God's sake. The question was for Adam's sake. It was a rhetorical question. Because sometimes God is asking you a question and the question is for you. Because God is asking you to ask yourself that question. Where am I? Where am I? What mission has God put into your spirit? What are you meant to bring to the world? There's something you're wired to do. There's something you bring to the mix that without you it won't get done. There's a person you are that no one else is. So God says, where are you? The world is asking, where are you? It's a great thing on the one hand, and yet it's a sad thing at the same time. And I say this so carefully, I say this so sensitively because I'm not being judgmental. I don't want to be anyway. But it's a great thing on the one hand and a sad thing on the other hand. Now, if it weren't for women, most churches would not exist. I was led to Christ by women. In fact, I used to be embarrassed to share my testimony of salvation because it was all women. In fact, I got saved in university in Nigeria. I actually got saved in front of the female hostel. Because I had a friend who was a girl. He started talking to me about Jesus Christ. I used to be shy or embarrassed to share I got saved one little dark alcove in one of the pillars in front of the female hostel in university, and it was in that darkness at night that I got back that I confessed Christ. So, to every man, young and old, what dream has God put into your heart? What mandate has God given you? The world needs us. The church needs us. What are you struggling with? Allow me to come down, right down your street. I'm gonna try and round this up now because I want to do something this evening. What are you struggling with? What's binding you? The big one is fear. That fear of not measuring up. God says to you, be strong, be courageous. In fact, if you read Joshua chapter 1, the whole chapter 1, the number of times alone, in fact, not just in the book of Joshua, but other places in that sort of Deuteronomy area, the number of times alone that God says to Joshua, be strong. It's like if you didn't hear it the 10th time, I'm saying it to you the 11th time, be strong. For unto this people thou shalt divide for an inheritance the land. It's your job. You don't do it, Joshua, it won't get done. Yeah, but I don't feel up to it. No, you're still the man. The gifts and the calling of God are without repentance. There's no excuse. You can't argue yourself out of your calling or out of the mandate that God has put on your life. There's no arguing yourself out of it, because God will not change his mind. So what God has asked you to do will remain that way forever. If you get it done in this life, great. If you don't get it done in this life, you stand before the judgment seat of Christ. That will be the question. It's not a heaven or hell thing. But it's a thing of presenting to the Lord the work. It's a thing of the servants who were given talents, and one day the Lord comes and wants a return on his investment. And to some of them he says, well done, thou good and faithful servant. You know, that's what I want to hear one day. I want to get before Jesus Christ one day and hear him say, well done. You gave it your best shot. Well done. I don't want to get before Jesus Christ and hear anything other than that. You know, I said there is so much. I can say, what's stopping you? Fear, discouragement, anxiety, depression. Let me come down your street a bit more and let me be real. What's binding you? Man. Is it the other type of stuff? Is it the sexual stuff? Let's be real up here. Are you trapped in things that you don't want, but it continues to plague you? Do you look at things and images on the computer that you shouldn't be looking at? Let me be tactful in saying that. What is it that's meaning that brokenness that came from Adam isn't healed, and that God's restorative power isn't progressively transforming that area? These are the things God doesn't want us to hide anymore. Because if we bring it to the Lord, he'll heal it. I'm going to try and finish now because I'm already at 30 something. 32. 40. I'm 40. So, I'm going to jump to the end. I'm going to ask every man to stand. See? I'm going to ask every man to stand on your feet. I'm going to say this, there's actually no real reason to hide. Because it's not really our fault, okay? You can say it's Adam's fault. He's the one being in his womb, in my heart. So blame Adam. It's not my fault. And I speak as a man, there's nothing you feel or battle with or struggle with. I'm up here preaching, but I promise you, I can be this real and speak with this conviction, because everything I'm preaching, I could just as well be the one sitting down there and someone else is preaching it to. It's a powerful thing. Let me say this to you. It's a powerful thing. Men